championship
against
one of these two teams.
And they got up super early to watch their team play. It's local time here, around about 8:20 in the morning. And it is a successful kick, so it's 7-0. The Stout have a nice kickoff. Brandon Wood is underneath that. Lafayette player makes a nice tackle.
Good ball movement from Stout. Appears they may be in plaid jerseys.
Yeah, I was trying to work out that color myself. They're looking pretty similar to the opposition there. Referee having a hard time, but doing a great job, of course. Drifting on the outside, looking for that half gap as the fly half. Comes back inside to number 11, Smith.
This Stout Sevens team is much more experienced than most of their fellow teams in the D2 bracket. They played in the Midwestern Sevens series all summer, so much more Sevens savvy on this Stout squad than we've seen from many of the D2 teams who've just recently picked up the Sevens side game.
Yeah, we spoke about that yesterday, the difficulty in the seasons, and the USA being such a large region, different climates as well. Switching from 15s to 7s, literally, one week you're playing 7s, the next week you're playing 15s. It's a big adjustment.
It's difficult from a fitness perspective. It's difficult from a mental perspective as well, Dallin. There's just such a difference in the strategies of the game that these players have to really adjust both physically and mentally.
Exactly, that mindset difference is huge. You're right. Oh, no, great break up the middle. Oh, and missed the tackle, streaking straight through, but there's a cover defender coming to get him. Will he have the legs? Diving and clutching, scoring a fantastic try. Ben Yonkel, brilliant stuff.
Stout is continuing a really good weekend for the Wisconsin-Illinois D2 conference, referred to as the WIL conference. In 15s yesterday, Wisconsin Whitewater and Illinois State both won their quarterfinal matchups and play in the round of 8 today in the 15-a-side game.
That's right, and try scorer there, we saw Ben Yonkel. His favorite pastime is chess, and now doing some wonderful work on the rugby field as well. Conversion from the right, slight breeze to speak of. And it just stays to the right-hand side, so they take a 12-0 lead. Still in this first half, here at McPherson Stadium in Greensboro, North Carolina. The USA Rugby 2013 College Sevens Nationals. 48 teams descended upon the small city of this past weekend, and 3 champions will be crowned today. So if that ball's held up, it will go to the team that defended. The team that took it in will lose the ball, so great defense holding that off the ground, stopping them all. Stout, as you said, the more experienced team here. They've seen that the Pacific Islands are very good with that, so are the Kiwis. They look to go to the blind side. Now they come open side. Step. Nice little wrap around. Trying to create an overlap on the outside. Cutting back in. His defender gets sniped. Might have been a slight knock on. Referee says play on. Smith getting heavily involved there. As is Putez. Counter-ruck is good. Lafayette have the ball now. Brandon Wood, California local. Oh, shows a dummy. Gets through the first man. Lays it back nicely. They have advantage. Still working their way upfield. Go to the left-hand side. Trying to exploit some space. Tackle may have dislodged that ball. Went backwards to the referee. And turnover it is. Stout have possession now. Cutting through the middle. Great tackle there around the bootstraps. And now they have numbers to the left. Off the referee's head again. Beautiful stuff. That's the second Falcon we've seen this weekend.
Well, Lafayette finally had some possession, but Stout was very patient in defense there and just waited for them to make a mistake and finally turned them over.
And here they have numbers to burn on the outside. They will score their third try. Lovely bit of 7s there. Puts them up 17-0 already in this first half. Clouderman's second try from Kimberley. He's played rugby for 5 years and the youngest of 4 in his family. Jack Putez. Also was very handy in that work. Steve Knox, the kicker right now. No prior rugby experience and hopes to be an NFL punter one day. So 17-0, that's the half. Stay with us. Stay with us after we take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half's action. McPherson Stadium here in beautiful, sunny, but very cold Greensboro, North Carolina. And on the right of your screen, Lafayette down by 17 points. And this is the start of the second half semi-final of the men's D2. 8 teams in this division. And they did a wonderful job to get here. They need to score first, Lafayette, if they have a chance of coming back in this game as that wind brings that ball. It's going to be a penalty on the halfway line. And the men from Stout will have a chance to extend their lead straight away.
If Stout can punch another one in here early in the half, well, as I say that, they just knock on and turn over possession. But if Stout can put another one down and really ice this game, I think they might want to run on some players and rest some for the final.
Yeah, you're 100% right there. It's been all Stout so far. Lafayette have a chance here. Let's see what they can do with it. Haven't seen much of them yesterday because they were on field 2, but it's good that they're in the stadium today. Scrum time, early engage, will be a short on penalty. Lafayette have advantaged. Opposition 110. Nice little half break. Ghosting through. Sets up the big man with a couple of fenders. Beats 2 or 3 people, going very strong. This is looking good. They look to set a ruck on that left-hand side of the field. Now, numbers to burn. They can move it, little move on, let's see what's going on. Drifts on the outside. Wood tries to set his man free, could go all the way and score himself.
Got it.
Lovely stuff. Brandon Wood, you slippery eel.
So just like that, Lafayette has gotten themselves back in this, and it's not over.
Fantastic stuff. We said they needed to score first to get back into this game, and Wood was the creator there. Looks to have tried to set up his wing and then smash through. Not the largest player, but definitely one of the slipperiest. I know his parents, Mike and Linda, watching the stream whenever it's going to be shown, and so very proud parents. Occidental alumni, sensational. So let's see if this kick can go 10 meters. It has been an issue yesterday for all the teams.
It really was. That was one of the things that surprised me the most about yesterday's play was the number of poor restarts that we saw.
And all of a sudden, you know, now all of a sudden you're on the back foot. It's a penalty for the other team. It really is sometimes even wiser to kick deep, put the team under pressure, you know, just to make sure.
Well, and that's what Lafayette did right there, and it worked out. They kicked deep, played patient defense. Stout turned it over, and Lafayette's on the attack again. This game is far from over.
Scrum this time is completed. Spills out Lafayette's way, but there might have been a slight knock-on. So 17-5 is what we have right now. To Stout. Stout's had some good play from Nicholas Aschenbrenner. He's a flyer for the green cleats. You'll see on your screen in a second. Halfback puts the ball in. Comes to the short side. Does a nice little flick. That's that man with the shiny shoes. Looking for a little switchback. Stop. The ball's slipped out. Here's a chance. Lafayette rumbling it forward. Oh, the big Grizzly takes it up. Look at him go, the hard man.
Richard McAllister.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse all day, and so is he. Number 3. Who do we have there? Dizzle. Dazelle, there we go. Now they move it. Will they cut through?
Cody Renfrew looks like he may have gotten over. Oh, the referee judges it held up.
What a tight call. All of a sudden, Lafayette back into this game, very close to the line of water, to 5-meter scrum.
This is like 2 different games, first half and the second half here. I don't know what Lafayette's coach said at halftime, but it certainly worked.
It definitely did. They look to score their second try here, narrow that gap. Here we go. The scrum comes out cleanly. Thought about going to the short side, throws a dummy back into the forward pack. It's the Grizzly Bear. Trying to reach his way over. He's got a high body position. Managed to squirch the ball out. Could be diving over. It is. Fantastic stuff. Try time.
That's Brandon Youch.
Lovely stuff.
This is going to be an important conversion.
And it may have been drifted to the side there. Ball in hand now. Actually, that's Brandon Yark on that side. Sorry, I, for some reason, got up super early. Started calling him Brandon Wood. It's Brandon Yark.
Lafayette still has, it's 17-10 now, so Lafayette only a converted try away. Time's running out, though.
They kick deep again with that tactic, trying to put them under pressure. Let's see if the defense can hold. Slippery customer, still going strong. Wow, taking everybody on it by himself. And then threw a forward pass, so it worked again. Now it's ball to Lafayette. This game is definitely not done.
I don't think Stout has been across midfield this half, Dallin.
No, they've been pinned down, absolutely pinned down with 2 good kicks. Bar the first infringement where the kick didn't go 10, but then they made an error. So now all of a sudden it's Lafayette.
And the score is 17-10, even though on your screen you're seeing 17-5.
Ball squirts out nicely. Lafayette with the ball. That is Brandon Yark right now. Scored a try earlier. He's had a good weekend. Defense is solid on the edge. Nice bit of play by them, looking to move it out, running a little bit across the field though.
There's Yark with the ball. There's the big man. He's been a big factor this half.
Oh, straight through, he'll score, what a beauty!
Can he get it centered for his kicker? This is going to be a tough conversion.
Can you believe it? Catches the ball, cuts him to shreds. Wow, 17-15 with a kick to come. And Stout are very frustrated. Lafayette have scored 3 tries in the second half to change the dynamic of this match. Pressure kick here.
Nevin Wiley. And, oh, he was well struck, but it just drifted wide. There's still time on the clock, though. Lafayette's going to kick this restart quickly. Down 2. The Thunder Chickens await.
Nice high kick. The tackle comes in. Could he force him out of bounds? No. Stout managed to keep possession. This is nail-biting stuff. 2 points in this. Oh, it was a little bit of a wild pass backwards. They're under pressure in their 22. The show and go. Beats the first man. Gets a wide ball to the try scorer from earlier. That's a lovely loop. Oh, wonderful stuff. He will have the gas to go all the way.
No sweeper for Lafayette.
He's coming. It could get him short of the line. No, one
Look
enough
at Cody
legs.
Renfrew. Can't get him. And, oh, that's going to ice the game.
Heartbreak for Lafayette as the speedster on the outside, number 11, Brad Dufek, scores for Stout and secures them of a final spot in this men's D2 section. Whew, exciting second half, wasn't it, Pat?
That really was an incredible change from what we saw in the first half. Lafayette has, I think they just ran out of gas after so much action in that first 7 minutes. And that's full time, Dallin. It's going to be UW Stout against the Principia Thunder Chickens for the national championship in Division II later today.
Very exciting play indeed. Wonderful stuff from both sides. And until the last moment, it was all but done. So stay with us. We'll be back after a short break with starting off with the men's D1 quarterfinals, followed by the women's quarterfinals. And then, of course, we got